Oh, yes, it's time for the July real estate market update. Stay tuned. All right, so what is going on in the current real estate market? Well, to look ahead, we always have to know kind of where we've been. And so let's take just a second and review some of the June numbers to help see, all right, what went on last month so we can compare to what we expect to see in the months ahead. All right, I have pulled up here our numbers for June. If you notice in my little top bar up here, the seller's market versus buyer's market ranking, I have us ranked at a 7 out of 10, for 1 being all for buyers, 10 being all for sellers. And right now, we're sitting a little higher than the middle. And here's why. So in June, we had 132 homes sold last month. That's pretty good. Not bad at all, considering June and really summer as a whole is always a funky time for Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas as a whole. It seems like a ton of people go out of town. School's been let out. People are trying to figure out what to do with the kiddos who are now at home. And so, anyway, we do see just some weird seasonality that takes place here in the summer. However, if we drop down, we can see that there are 483 active listings currently on the market. Now, this is great news for you who have been looking for a house. This is a much larger number than what we saw, especially over the last 3 or 4 years, where interest rates had dropped and there was a line of about 20 people for every new house that was popping up. All right, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but you get the idea. You actually now have the luxury to go shop for a house, to line up a few to actually look at and choose some of your favorites. And it also means that there's more that are hitting the market every single day. So, great news for buyers that you actually get some variety in what you're looking for. And then finally, as far as what's available right now, you can see that the $286,000 number was our monthly sales average for June. Now, honestly, in the last 9 years or so since I've been doing it, this is a significantly higher number than what I'm used to seeing. What that means is, for those that were so convinced that there was going to be this huge crash, well, it at least hasn't happened yet. Now, my expectation is that we're probably not going to see some major crash or major reduction in home values for multiple reasons, but so far, home values are staying strong. So, for those of you who do already own your home, you're sitting in great shape, especially if you're needing to sell or change some things up. And then you see the months of inventory. That could be a confusing number for people, but essentially it's helpful to kind of gauge whether it's a buyer or a seller's market. In general, 6 months of inventory is considered balanced. That means that buyers and sellers are on an equal playing field and they both have a similar opportunity to be in the driver's seat in a deal. Right now, we're sitting at 3.7 months of inventory, which means that supply is still low, which does mean, Mr. Buyer, Mrs. Buyer, you still don't quite have the upper hand. Sellers tend to have a little bit more of a upper hand in negotiations these days. That's not a full scale truth, but in general, averages say it is still a seller's market. And then finally, the average day of the market we're looking at 34 days. So I know that there's some homes that have been sitting out there for a while, and there's some homes that sell in a matter of hours. But in general, we're looking at a little over a month, which honestly is not bad. We just need to set expectations accordingly with timing of moving out of your current house to getting into a new one. Or we might need to change some of our pricing or strategies if we are seeing that your listing is extended past that 34 days. There could be some situations. So keep these numbers in mind because they're very important for what you need to do as a seller or as a buyer. So reviewing some of those June numbers, we see that right now, it's not as clear and simple as it used to be. Real estate used to be, hey, I'm a buyer, I see a house that's available, let me run off and go jump in the house and see if it's something I like and throw an offer together before anyone else does. It's a far cry from that. You need a trusted expert to walk you through what makes sense in this market. So make sure you are with someone or working with an agent who knows this market, who knows the trends, and knows how to guide you through exactly what you need to do. If you're selling right now and maybe your home has been sitting for a while, is there actual marketing going on? A lot of people who got started in this business during the pandemic aren't used to having to use some of the tools and techniques and strategies that are necessary to get a home sold in a slower, I'm not going to say slow, but slower market. So things like professional photography, professional videos, a right pricing strategy, the social media targeting that's available. Things like that can make a huge difference in making sure that your home is actually being seen to anyone who might be looking, whether it's someone here local or keep in mind, this is a growing community bringing in people with different jobs from all over the country and all over the world. Believe it or not, here in little old Jonesboro, Arkansas. So keep those things in mind. If you have been thinking about selling or making some sort of change, we would love to make that simple for you. Our whole mission here at the NEA Realtor Group is to help you make the right decision that's best for you, for your family, for your situation. And so we can help look at your specific scenario and give you our advice so that you can make sure that you're moving forward with confidence. If this is helpful for you and you'd like to stay up to date on what's going on in the market or what else is coming up available, feel free to subscribe down below and check out any of our number of other videos if you're new to the area, like what are the pros and cons of a town like Jonesboro or Northeast Arkansas.